All right, that's the first thing. Make sure you can open these exact same what I did last time. Okay, so we start from this, and then we'll probably have differences later on, right? Um, okay, this is the first thing. The other thing is if you look at the modules, this the first part is syllabus and YouTube recording. So in case you're missing or something like that, or you're not here, or you're trying to review what we did, so this is a link, so you can just open it. It's it's my YouTube channel, but we only have the first class over there. So what we did on Tuesday, I will upload on there too. So you probably have you should have everything I did in this link. So if you want to find something on there, also you know yeah, you can open my YouTube channel, and there are also some like tutorials on pretty much anything over there. So um, a lot of Rhino and other things. So if you're interested, you can look at it, and also Photoshop, SketchUp. Yeah, CAD and SketchUp is here. I put like just 10 videos on there, but it's to me it's very important tips. But we'll talk a lot of those later. Okay. All right. So just be aware of that. So in case you're not here or something like that. Okay, perfect. So what we learned last class is the we learned how to draw, right? We learned how to draw in 3D. We learned how to move and copy. We learned how to remember. We learned how to open a large tool set, which is right click here and click large tool set. Okay. Um, we also learned how to use this offset tool, which is very handy. This offset tool, you can offset like things like that. What else we learned? That's pretty much all we learned. We just did those things more complicated, to build what we have now. Okay. Okay. So today we're gonna cover. I think we kind of know almost most of the things that is in terms of drawing things. Okay, there's a couple of things we didn't cover, like follow me, and this is a very cool tool which I'm going to show you later, not right now. There's also another tool called like Sandbox. I think it's somewhere here. Let's see whether or not they changed it. Solid tools, Sandbox. Okay, it's here. Okay, we'll learn that later. Okay, because we want to build some landscape afterwards. Okay. Okay, so we're pretty good. What we're gonna do today is to learn two super important things. We're gonna learn two things, okay? But it's very, 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 very important. One thing I want you to remember is any software tool, there's two things super important. Any tools, okay? There's Photoshop, AutoCAD, like any design tool you learn, there's two things super important. One is layers. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, the second thing is group. Layers, group, layers. Okay. I want to repeat it again. Okay, people hate me do that, but because once you build more complicated models, you will see what's the issue down there. Okay. To be able to do that, let's just try something first. Okay, let's do this. Let's just build a random window in the garage here. I know it's just random, like a test. Okay. Let's just like pull it up a little bit like this, right? Okay, that's kind of what we did. Okay, let's just like build another like a post somewhere like this, like here in here on the edge here. So I make it a little bit like this, right? So I just want to test out. Okay, let you know what's the difference on it. Okay, then I want to try a couple of things. I want you to double click here. See what I did? I double click. I select this service and the lines associated with the service. Okay, but let's say I triple click 1, 2, 3. I click everything. It's connected. Okay, so 1, 2, double click only here. 1, 2, 3, open. Right? Okay, that's one selection. So the selection, right? The group and the layers are all about selection. Actually, the major goal is selection. It's more about selection, less than about drawing, actually. So okay, so you got this part. So one thing I want to show you is, what if I want to say, okay, I double click, I know this service, right? I want to move it. Say I move it. See how it's connected. See, like it move other service too. You see the what's going on there? Okay, let's just move it a little bit. Okay, just move like through the like green axis, like move like this. So I have a lot of like weird kind of curves. It's like this, you know. I know it's weird, but we want it to be weird. I want to do a little bit test on this. Okay. Okay, just move it somewhere. Okay, you can also move on the other direction, totally fine, like this. You know, we just want to move it a little bit. Okay, perfect. So you see how every time I move it, the things connected to it also move. Okay, that's the well, it's an issue. You make it convenient, but also it's an issue. Okay, then there's, what if we do this? What if I right click? And there's so many new things over there, right? There's one called select. Oh, okay, I can select a whole bunch of things, right? I can select bounding edges. You click, actually already is getting selected. So I can select all same material. Okay, selected. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of all connected. That's all connected. So one thing you can do is select. That's one thing, okay? But for today, what I want to show you is, once you right click, there's a button, there's an option here says make group, make group. Once you click it, nothing happens. But once you click again next time, oh, it becomes this. See this? See, I click it next time. It's not a service anymore. It's kind of like this green, bluish stuff, right? So I double click this again. Everything turned gray. It's just this service here. Try whether or not you can do it. And then if I move this thing, oh, and then click, see, I open this up. I just move this face. Why? Why is happening like that way? You know, why it doesn't move associates? Because previously, see here, if I don't do group, that's what happened, you know. If I don't do group, I move it, it will move, you know, you'll move other things too, right? But if I right click, I click make group, which means I make this service and edges a group. And then I start to move this group. Then they just get, you know, they just get rid of the group and just solely move the group without moving others. That's how you make your model super clean. Okay. That's something that I always use because it makes things clean. Like for example, I can even do this here. I can even do multiple ones like this thing. See, okay, I like this service here. I can right click, make a group. So see here, every time I make a group, they have a blue box outside of it. And then I can move it. Then I can move it out anywhere. I can move it anywhere I want without changing others. Okay. See, that's the power of group. Make a little bit of sense. Yeah. So well, maybe what I can do is, okay, I have this whole thing. I select it, select this whole thing, and I right click, make a group. So right now, this whole thing is a group. So I can move this group out. You see it cut this area, right? Which I will fix later, okay? So this whole thing become a group. kind of too big. Okay. See, that's another thing. See, when I click this group, see how big the box is? You want to double click. About group, that's another thing. If you want to edit the group, you double click. Every other thing turn gray, and only the things in group is what you can edit. So you can I kind of like a delete. Yeah. Yes. See here? So we created some kind of like a window kind of thing, right? So I just draw a box to how to select it, by the way. There you go. There are two ways to do it, right? Top to the bottom or bottom to the top. What's the difference? Perfect, perfect. So this only select the things that's included in the box, right? So I just draw a box. Actually, this is the box. This is the group. Let me just ungroup it. I can explode. So okay. So I draw a box. Select it. That's how you select. You just draw a box. You got it? So you select. Once you select it, you right click, make a group. Okay, and then you can move this thing out. You can reuse that. You reuse it, right? You can move it out. See, I move it out here, and I can rotate it or whatever, right? In this case, I probably want to rotate it. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's rotate this thing. Make sure you perfectly, align with the, with the wall that is on the side. And then I just move this kind of pop-up window on the side wall. So it's here. So imagine this is a wall, things like that. The other cool thing is next time you want to select this window, you don't have to, you see how hard it is to select this window. It's super hard actually. You have to click once, you have to click things, right? But if you select them all and make them a group, next time you just click, they select it. So like this thing, right? You just click, you select it because a group, it is a group. We can actually practice with other things like this window. See here, you can select them and right click, make a group. But you will see, sometimes you select other things. Okay, you probably want to change the view a little bit, like this. Select, right click, make a group. See, it's perfectly a group. So next time I want to select this window, I just click. That's it. I don't have to, draw a box and that kind of thing, right? The same with others. See whether or not you can select them and make them group. So I have one group, two group. I also have right click, make a group. This is another group. So the way to tell whether or not it's group is, yeah. See whether or not you can do that first, okay? It's move to the side wall and click it and then take a screenshot because like this view, okay? Because then I will know first you are doing groups, and also you are doing like you put it on the side, so there's a lot of actions associated with this. Okay, we have first thing done, which is we created a group. Okay, we have created a group. So what's next? I don't know whether or not this is still working or not. What? Hello? It died again. Okay, never mind. Okay. Anyways, we have this. What's going? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we created the first group. There's something missing about this house, which is the roof. Okay. We need to build a roof. Let's start building a roof, okay? But we'll try it in the two ways, okay? We'll do the wrong way and do the right way, okay? So the first way is how to do the wrong way. is like what we did before. Is we create a line. It's like how we build the pyramid, right? And we select this line and then we move it up. Right? That's like what we did before. Okay. It's okay, you can still create some roof shape and whatever you want, right? This is one way to do it. Okay. But the issue with this is it's really hard to do some adjustments you want, okay? By the way, you don't have to do it. I'm doing this way, right? For example, if I want the roof a little bit longer, like a little bit outside, it's really hard to do. Like I move this, they don't move the whole thing. Okay, that's the issue. Okay, so my idea is I'm gonna make the whole house as a group. Okay, so I'm just select like double click, you want to work. So I should do like triple click. So I select all the houses. I select all the house. I made a selection first, and then I right click, make group. So the house become a group.
Why are the 3 windows not highlighted?
Because the 3 windows are also group.
Oh, so you didn't make it group.
Yeah, I made them group. So they only select the groups. So the group is like how to say, like an insulation box, like a bubble. You don't want to touch out anything else. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so one link, same assist. I don't know. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we have this. Okay, the question. How you know this is a group? Okay, I selected it's a box around it, right? Okay. There's another way to know whether or not this is a group or check whether or not it's a group, okay? Is you can click it and you'll see the entity info down there. See the entity info down there? What is this? Group 1 in model, okay? If something is not a group, you see here, if I draw like another box in here, I kind of a triple click. What is that? There's 18 entities in there. Why it's just a box, but I have 18 entities in there. That's the difference. The group, you only have one entity, it's one. That's why you click it, you select everything. You don't have to worry about selection anymore. Okay. So that's a decision you always make. Once your model becomes more complex, you need to think about, okay, I need to build a group so I can build more and without, impact others. Okay. It's like this, right? I wanted to build a roof. Okay. So then I just do the same thing, basically. I just draw a roof and I just draw a roof kind of, in the same place, but, and then I draw a line in the middle. I kind of do the same thing, but okay, but it's not on top of it. It looks the same because of overlapping, but this is not a group anymore. So you see here? They're not touching anymore. They're totally separate. I made them clean. So see whether or not you can do this. And then the benefit of this is I can change. Like, so for example, I can move this thing. I can select this line. I can move it down if I want. Let me see. Actually, I can draw. How do you do this? Let me see. What's the best way to do it? Yeah, maybe make them some depths. Let's just pull it a little bit, like a 1 inch kind of thing. Pull them out, and I can create a separate entity, which is, solely for the roof. Okay, that's the goal. That's why I'm doing that. So it's 2 separate things in SketchUp. Okay, because in SketchUp everything's connected. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really, really bad. In this case, it is really, really bad. That's why I have to create separate thing and build them separately. Okay, that's the point. Okay, perfect. And then what I do is I make a depth, like a little bit depth, right? Like here, and the same with here. And you know, kind of you can put a number down here. Actually, I want to be more methodological. I just put a number down there. Maybe like I don't know, 3 inch, 5 inch, 5 inch. Okay, 5 inch here, 5 inch there. So I have some depths. That's 5 feet. Yeah, you make sure it's 5 inch.
Oh, way bigger. Oh,
And then what's cool about it is see you can create this extension like a gutter, you know. So your roof, your house is protected from the rain. You can extend to like how many feet, whatever feet you want, you know.
Select size.
Oh, see the small like the side here?
Yeah.
I just use the pull tool to select